So just a very quick tutorial. I promised the guys at church that I'd get this done. Yeah, I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been able to get this done. So basically I went on YouTube to look for videos where people were showing hand signals by worship leaders. And I was a little bit disappointed. There were quite a few on there, but I'd like to believe that in 2017 gospel worship music has a lot more to offer than just choruses, bridges, back to the top. I mean, this is 4, maybe 6 cymbals per video, and there's so much more that we have within our music. I was a little bit disappointed. There's lots of videos out there, there's just not a great deal to them. Anyway, I'm trying to fit in as many as I possibly can into this particular tutorial. Hopefully I have it up on YouTube ASAP. I don't have any mics or cameras on me. I normally have a bit of a setup, but I don't really have the time. So anyway, we'll get straight into it. We'll start off with the basics, the obvious ones. So generally, if you go into the chorus, that will be the signal. In fact, before I even start, I know you find a lot of videos online that'll tell you, try and conceal what you're doing. Try and hide, the symbols or the signals, do it behind your back, etc., etc. If you are performing to your congregation and it's like that kind of a set, yeah, no problem at all. Things need to work smoothly. They don't need to see the performers constantly turning away, doing X, Y, and Z. But if you are leading worship, that's counterproductive. The reason why I say that is, if it is your job to lead the congregation into worship, and you are the leader that day, you've got the lead mic, your job is to give instructions. Now, back in the day, it wouldn't have mattered, but nowadays you've got guys who do sound, you've got guys who are taking video, you've got people who are doing the projector for the words, you've got backing vocalists, and we've got massive amounts of musicians nowadays within our choirs. The setups have gone professional. I say this because I do sound and all sorts of things as well. I play. If you are leading people into worship, not only do the congregation need to know where you're going, because there's nothing more annoying where it's one of your favorite worship songs, you're in the heat of worship, and you come to the end of the verse and you're thinking, I have to now stop and figure out where are we going, chorus? Oh, it's the verse again. Then you're trying to get back into the spirit of worship. It's counterproductive. So, this business of hiding, we're not there to perform. We're there to lead them into worship. So if you are the lead singer, my advice to you would be make it as obvious as possible so that everybody knows where you're going next and everybody can actually follow. And you don't have your own congregation at the end of a verse thinking, is it the chorus next? Oh, it's the verse? It's very disruptive to their worship. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, we'll start off with the very basics. First of all, we have a chorus. Make sure wherever everybody is, be very vocal about it. We love to listen to Kirk Franklin, but he doesn't actually sing. All he does is he directs throughout his entire song. So, chorus. Back to the top. We're moving to the next section of the song. Now, if it's a verse and a chorus, that would just simply mean we're moving to the next one. If we're on the verse, we're going to the chorus and vice versa. But if you've got bridges and hooks and instrumental bits that are quite prominent for that specific song, when you do that, it would help. In fact, it's an absolute must that you also verbally tell everybody, we're going to the bridge, or we're going to that bit. As you're doing that, bear in mind you've got the entire verse or the entire chorus. You don't have to wait until just before the death and then do your symbol or your signal. You can do it throughout the entire verse. You can be very vocal about it. Be as open about it as possible. We're not concealing anything. This is church. We're not trying to rob a bank, yeah? So yeah, moving on. If you've got backing vocalists, I often see people do this. I can't even do this. It means we're singing in unison. And then when they open up, it means we're going into parts, into our harmonies. So unison, and this is only when you're signaling the backing vocalist or the choir parts. There's bits where people do a countdown. So there's certain songs where, you know, you sing a certain bit, and sometimes it may vary depending on, you know, on the song, how many times you're going to sing a particular part before you count down, wind up and go to the next thing. Some people will start signaling, saying, we're on the fourth, we're on the third, we're on the second, we're on the last one, and then we move on to whatever it is. They're very specific songs where you'll find you will have to do that. And yeah, you're doing a bit of a countdown. We're repeating what we've just done again. So if you do a signal, any time within a particular song, you've just started singing the verse, or you're singing a little annex on the end, and you want people to know we're singing that again and again and again. That symbol will be fine. Again, be very vocal about what you're doing. Tell them we're repeating the last line, or we're repeating the whole section. We do a particular song where, what's it called? There's power in your name. Miracles happen as we lift our voices. It's you that I see, it's you that I see. I forgot the name of the song. But there's a bit in there that I would like personally to repeat because it has a lot of impact. So I would signal everybody we're repeating, but then I'd be very vocal about which part. Just sing that part again. Okay? So what have we done so far? I haven't rehearsed this. I wish I'd written them down. So we also have bridge. Some people do that. Some people do this. Some people do that. Some people do that. And then you symbol that we're going to the bridge. I've seen people do this thing here where they do that. It means this is a bit that's joined onto, you know how you can have a chorus and you have a little bit that's joined on the end, but you don't always sing that. I've seen them do that. I've also seen that being used as bridge as well. A lot of these are universal. You go one place, you'll see them do it. You go another place, they'll do it again. Quite a few of these are universal. I'm trying to think of another one that you could possibly do. This signal here, if you're very prominent about it, it means bring it down. You're about to speak to the congregation, you want the noise to die down. That symbol means stop. You could tell a particular musician, mostly the drummer, stop. So you'd go to the drummer, you'd say stop, and then everybody knows this is a bit where the drums drop out of the track. You'll still play something to keep us in tempo, but he's dropping out and he's going to come back in. Another thing to note, if you are a backing vocalist, it's only because I do sound, or you're a musician, if you want to signal your PA guy, the easiest way to do it, take your hand, stick it right up in the air, as straight as you can, and that'll always get your sound guy's attention. And then just be very clear about what you want. My microphone up in that monitor. Simple. Point to the mic, signal very clearly up, point to where you want it up, because he may not know where, or if you're the lead vocalist and your backing vocalist over there and you want to hear more of a particular individual and instrument, keyboard up in my monitor or in their monitor. Just be very clear. I want the backing vocalists up in my monitor. And that's sort of I'm trying to think of, I've just come from work. I don't know if you can see. Literally just come from work. This is a quick one. I'll do a proper one another time, but I just thought I'd get this out of the way for my team because I'm conscious we've got practice and we've got service on Sunday and these guys need to know. So if I can think of any more, I'll do a proper video later on. Thanks guys.